I do a lot of business travel, and I'm in a neighborhood that's very hilly, and I see people are literally walking their dog and looking at their phone. And I'm like, as I tell my kids, your eyes and your feet should be faced the same direction. So if you're distracted, and if you're in a city or if you are in a crowded area and you're distracted, that's when people like to take advantage of that degree of distraction. I agree with you. And I think you probably, growing up in New York City, were probably a bit more savvy, urban savvy than the rest of us. It took me a while. When I moved to Baltimore, that was like completely eye-opening, having lived in the suburbs my entire life. And I have one kid in a rural part of the state going to college. The other one wants to be in a city. And I was saying to him, you're going to get street savvy really quickly. And he does, because he drives into the city. But kudos to your mom for, arming you with all the things that could help you kind of navigate the trajectory of in an urban environment, which is totally different. I mean, I think, having grown up in New Jersey, I think people in that part of the United States are just very direct. It's like you're going in one direction. There's no muss, no fuss. It's very clear where you need to be, where you don't need to be, which direction you need to be heading in. But I agree. I think a lot of this generation of kids is just perpetually distracted and dopamine signaling preoccupied. They get these dopamine hits from looking at their phones and, getting likes on social media. And I mean, I don't have daughters, I have sons. So perhaps I might be sequestered from some of the challenges and pitfalls that girl moms deal with, because there's a whole other level of expectations, influence that my boys are they're jocks. They're not really focused on any of that stuff. But I could see how it would be incredibly impressionable for young women, navigating the social media terrain.